Happy Fri-Yay. That's right. The work week is out the door. Just a couple short hours to the weekend. And today we are talking about Boy Kills World. Oh, don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
Hey, everybody. Hey, real quick, I just wanted to say thanks to Blackout Coffee Company. Let me tell you something. This company has some of the greatest coffee I've ever had. No joke. You know I talk about coffee on here. There's several companies that I really like. But Blackout Coffee Company has some of the fantastic flavors and fantastic prices. And I don't want to talk out of turn, but in the description down below is a promo code to save you some money if you want to make an order for Blackout Coffee Company. You will not be disappointed. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program.
Happy Friday, everybody. Are you excited? The work week is on the way out and the weekend is on the way in, and we're here for it, right? We are ready to go. Ready to have a break from the work we're doing, right? Aren't we all? Hey, like and subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate it. In the description down below are links to all the things we use or enjoy here and have tried, etc., with some coupon codes to save you some of your hard-earned money. Be sure to check it out and get you some coffee. Woo, buddy, we love coffee here. All right, so today, we're finally going to do it. We're going to talk about this movie right here, Boy Kills World. Let's take a look first. Let's take a look. All right, Boy Kills World, 2023, rated R, hour and 51 minutes. Directed by Moritz Mohr. Written by Tyler Burton Smith, Erin Dremmers, and Moritz Mohr. Starring Bill Skarsgard, Jessica Rothe, Michelle Dockery, among others. A fever dream action film that follows Boy, a deaf person with a vibrant imagination. When his family is murdered, he is trained by a mysterious shaman to repress his childish imagination and become an instrument of death. Right? Sounds so great. Am I right? So, ever since I saw the trailer for this and realized that the voice of Bob's Burgers was the voice in Boy's head, and saw some of the action, I was like, all right, yeah, I want to own this. So I bought it. All right. Do I regret that decision? Not necessarily. Let's talk about this movie. This movie, first things first, the director, Moritz Mohr, is known for some short films, and I believe he's done maybe a music video or two. I don't know. Like, it's just shorter things that he's done. So this is his first like full length movie, and there are things he's done with the camera for this that are really interesting and unique. For instance, they used a drone with a camera on it and a top tier drone like pilot, little drone pilot, like remote control, right? To have the drone follow the action to get some really interesting shots. You with me? And that's great. Except that the flying around buzzing camera work gets old halfway through. Every single fight scene, the camera is in motion, like in a bad way, the whole time. Never does it just stay still and watch the action, which can always be bothersome because the question is, all these quick cuts and the fast camera at work, is it to hide the fact that the actor or stunt people can't do a good fight scene? You understand what I'm saying? So it causes it to degrade the quality in the fighting. Like, it has some fantastic fight scenes in it, but you need to take a breath. The camera needs to take a breath and just hold steady at some points and let the viewer watch the action unfold instead of the camera buzzing all around and spinning around and doing all, like, it'll make you sick, like motion sickness almost, trying to watch these fight scenes. That's my big complaint about this movie, is at some points they just need to let the camera stop and breathe and let the viewer focus on what's going on and let it unfold in a natural way instead of trying to do something unique every single fight as far as the camera is concerned. Now, the story about this is basically a dystopian, like, era, place, time frame, and the people in charge have a culling every so often where they pick some people and just slaughter them, right? So these people in charge kill Boy's family, and he's only one left. And a shaman finds him, takes him into the woods, and trains him, if you will, to be an instrument of death to go and eventually kill the people in charge. Right? Simple storyline. And I'm going to tell you now, the first 30 minutes in, you've already figured out one twist that's coming. And it's obvious. It's an obvious twist. And I believe they did that on purpose because there's another twist at the end of the movie that you do not see coming. And just you think you're so smart because you figured out the twist before it got there in the middle of the movie. So when it gets there, you're like, yeah, I knew that. Everybody knew that. But then it's near the end of the movie, and the climax of the movie, the big reveal just blindsides you. And was this enjoyable? This was fantastic. And to hear the voice of Bob's Burgers as basically when he was a little boy, his favorite video game, arcade game, that was the voice on the arcade game. And once he became deaf mute, he uses that voice as his inner dialogue. And we, as the viewer, get to hear the inner dialogue of the Bob's Burgers guy. And that's fantastic. It's hilarious. And the boy does read lips and can understand what everybody's saying. However, there's one fantastic gag throughout this movie. When he meets one person, when they talk, it's utter nonsense. Doesn't make any sense. And like the words are just nonsense words. And so Boy's like, oh wait, surely that's not right. And every time he runs into this guy, when he talks, you get to hear gibberish, just like Boy would. It's pretty classic, and it's hilarious. It's a great gag that works beautifully throughout the movie. At certain times, it's not all the time. So there is some really unique things about this movie that make it really well. There are also, like I said, a few things like they tried and it worked. If they used it sparingly, it would have been fantastic, but you're just beat over the head with it. And the camera movements, at some point, it causes just it just knocks the quality down just enough where you're like, man, just stop. That's my opinion. What's yours? Have you seen this? Evidently, it's on Hulu. I don't have Hulu, so I wouldn't know. But if you have Hulu, evidently, I guess you can watch it for free. As I said, I just based on the trailer, I bought it, and I'm glad I did. It's definitely entertaining. I would even say it has a bit of rewatchability just to make sure you got everything. There's some really funny parts, and there's some really good action, and the story overall is really well done. Ending, I don't know. I leave it up in there. I'm not going to tell you how it ends. You watch it. All right, we're out of here for this week, my friends. Thanks, as always, for joining us. We'll be back on Monday. Hope you have a great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you then. For Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat nerd. See you on Monday.